Good morning, day 55. So I was just about to head out and it started pouring like mad. But on the horizon is clear sky. You can actually see the big cloud moving over us right now. It's already starting to clear up. So it looks like I'll be able to head out very quickly, very soon. And hopefully I'll stay dry for a little while, but the trail's gonna be all nice and wet now. Oh well. And there is the clear sky that I'm waiting for. And you can sort of see the dark cloud that is hanging over me right now. So I think I'm just gonna sit tight for a few minutes and let this storm move over, and then I'll be heading out. It's 6:05 right now. Okay, we're heading out. There's one more dark cloud that's probably gonna dump on me, but we're gonna see what we can do. It actually looks like it's building up, and I'm gonna just get the rainy day that they said. So we're going. As I'm walking up this boring, steep road, and it's not raining yet, I figured I'd take this time to fill you in on what we were talking about yesterday when I got distracted. That just a couple days ago, they were walking along with little Prince, who is a great dog and usually just stays right between them on the trail. Usually, clue. So, walking along, and little Prince, whose real name is Felix, saw some deer in the woods. Yep, he took off after the deer, and as the story is familiar to my family members, he was gone for 2.5 hours on the trail in the middle of nowhere, and in a place where poor Clueless and Elf were not familiar with their surroundings. So they strategized, and they decided that Elf would just stay put right on the trail where Felix, aka Little Prince, took off. And after a certain amount of time, Clueless decided he'd head back to where they camped that night. I don't know how far away that was. So he did that, and 2.5 hours later, Little Prince just starts trotting up the trail right back to where he took off. So they resumed their hike, but they're forever going to be 2.5 hours behind schedule. And they had Little Prince on a leash when I saw him. You know, ordinarily he gets to be off leash, and they said that he had no remorse for his activities, and they're very gun shy right now. So I told them the story about Murph, who was gone for 4 hours. That's my dog, doing the same thing, chasing after deer. So Murph is not alone in these escapades. And since it's kind of a pretty good story, I'll tell you what happened with Murph. We went out into the garage for our afternoon walk, and I put the garage door up, and I hadn't had a chance to get their collars or leashes on. I have another dog too. And as the garage door opened, Murph went right to it, which he normally doesn't do because I have treats that I give out at that point. And he looked back at me, and I immediately knew he had picked up a scent. And I said, "Don't do it." And he was like, "Sorry, Mom," and bolted. And he was gone for 4 hours. And during that time, he ran into the woods behind my house, and I went looking for him. And I caught a glimpse of him about 40 minutes into the escapade. And found him because 5 deer went trotting by me. And just a few seconds after that was Murph. I called him, he looked at me, and then he went and turned around and continued to go after the deer. And there's actually a couple deer right up there right now with their little white tails. And so I went and drove around to the other side of the neighborhood and talked to a neighbor over there and said, hey, my dog just took off. I saw him not too far from your house. If you see him, please let me know. Here's my phone number. It was the only house that I went to. The only one. And wouldn't you know, 4 hours later, the woman called and said, is your dog white? And I said, yep. He said, well, he's sitting on my front porch right now. So that little bugger. And he was messed up for days, I have to tell you. He was hurting. All his paws were all cut up. We had a little bit of snow on the ground and it was starting to melt. And he was really in rough shape for like a week. He wasn't himself. But yeah, he's back to normal now, and I'm sure that he would definitely chase deer again if he saw them. So he is spending the rest of his life on a leash, unfortunately. However, I think Felix will eventually be allowed back off. Scary though. I don't ever want to lose my dog for 4 hours again. Back on trail. I think this is the trail. I don't see a marker. Well, that wasn't the trail. Now we're on the trail. Good morning, white blazes. This is the cliffs area that I was thinking of camping at last night. Totally could have done it. You just never know out here, you know? Perfect spot right here. No thunderstorms. It would have been totally fine. But, you know, you just don't know. And you have to make a decision. But I'm really, really happy that I went down to Woods Hole Hostel. Definitely my kind of a hostel. The food, like I said yesterday, was so excellent. It made up for the possibility of having to hike a little bit further in the rain today. And it was a good time. I'm glad I did it. So I just came across Perp, and I thought I would introduce her to you. This is her.
Hi, I'm Perp. Nice to meet you guys.
Tell us about your name.
Well, I wear a lot of purple. It's all covered up right now, but I have the purple alpaca. My backpack is purple. My glasses are purple. My buff is usually purple. But when the person that named me introduced me to people, they all said, "You don't look like a perp." So I spell it with an A just because it entertains me.
It does. And I swear to God, when I saw that name in the register, I was just like, Perp. Wow, that's just a really bizarre name for someone to have, like in the trail. It just brings automatic weird thoughts to your head. All right, well, everyone, this is Perp.
Hey, happy hiking.
Okay, I've hiked like almost 3 miles this morning. Got to Dock Knob shelter?
Yeah.
Yep, cool shelter. Look at that great deck out there. And I found my little friends. Can we see Church Mouse way back there? Give a wave. Oh, there she is. All right. I got to get back out there because these guys are going to hunt me down this morning. I need a little head start. All right. Leaving Dock's Knob. Here we go. Poncho is on. It's raining good right now. Gotta warm up. It's 9:30 and the rain just stopped. It looked like it was clearing up, but now it seems like there's a little bit of fog rolling in. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a round 2 to this storm. Also, just want to add that the last round was a legit thunderstorm. Not bad, but definitely thunder and lightning rolling. So I took my poncho off because it stopped raining and the sun was trying to come out. Yep, got fooled. Now it's starting to drizzle and the sun has disappeared. So I'll probably be stopping again to put it back on. But I am at the top of a high point for the remaining portion of today's hike. So I'm hoping once I start dropping, I'll get out of like this cloud that I think I'm in. We'll see. So, is it worth going to check out Angel's Rest? .7 left. Actually, 2.7. Look how green everything is. Everything is so green. It's beautiful. The second round of rain is coming through now, and I have less than a mile to go. Gotta move. I'm gonna guess that's my ride. Okay, we just finished up with our Chinese buffet and we had to make a detour to Tractor Supply because it's baby season. So Sparks just told me that you gotta see a baby turkey.
Yes.
What do they look like?
Baby turkeys look like tiny little feathered
Dinosaurs.
Yes, yes. Just the way they like tilt their eyes at you, their head, and you just see like raptors from Jurassic Park.
Now I'm on a mission to find one of them.
Yes, you should.
Okay, welcome to Angel's Rest Hikers Haven. So there are private rooms in this house up here, in that little shed over there. This building up here with the angel's wings is the office. This is the office. We have, I think a lot of this over here is private. So Sparks, Church Mouse, and Stealth are in this little shed cabin right here. We'll go there in a minute. This is the bunkhouse. This is the bathhouse. And there's a laundry facility downstairs, down in the back. And then this is where I'm staying. I'm staying in the trailer. I have the master suite way down over here in the back. And I am right now going to go and have pizza with the others. I'll take you inside a little bit later. It's a nice day finally. Are we decent?
Yep.
There's Church Mouse in her loner clothes. Stealth.
Okay.
This is their little humble abode for the evening. And I think that Sparks has just arrived. Ta-da!
Excuse me, but I'm gonna draw the line there.
Did you get dinner?
What's that?
Did you get dinner?
I did.
Yeah.
I got Domino's pizza. Hello from the end of day 55. Happy to be indoors tonight, even though it has stopped raining. It was a pretty wet morning, and I was getting a little bit chilled, but not too bad, honestly. I have to admit at this point that poncho is really working for me. I think I've got my rain system down, and I'm pretty happy with it. I don't think I can get it any better. There's just a certain amount of suck it up you gotta have when it's raining like that. I'm in my room in the trailer at the Angel's Rest Hikers Haven, and as I have been just journaling right now, it has come to me that I'm probably going to have to consider taking a 0 tomorrow unless I really get a good night's sleep and some good recovery tonight. I'm feeling just a little bit more pain in my feet than I would like to, and a little bit of pressure around my shins. I don't want that to get thrown into a full-blown shin splints outbreak, which I'm hearing about from a lot of other hikers. So I'm going to, at the very minimum, do a half day of hiking, about 10 miles, or just take another 0. This place is not very expensive, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal if I stayed. I am going to lose Sparks, Church Mouse, and Stealth from here. They're going to be pushing through the next section in 6 days straight, whereas I have 4 days to a resupply and then 3 more days to get to a campground that is just outside of the town that they're going for a resupply. So it's likely that I'm probably not going to see them again until the Shenandoah, where they're hoping to do an aqua blaze, which is basically a 2 or 3 day kayak trip, and then they're going to backtrack and hike the AT. They just really don't want to miss any part of the AT as far as hiking goes. So I might be able to reconnect with them at that point. But it was a good run. I really enjoyed running into them here and there while still doing my own hike. But I'm probably not going to be seeing them again after this point. We're thinking about getting back on the trail at the same time tomorrow, but it's, it's just a questionable thing. So that's just how it goes. I'm definitely sad, but I hope that I run into them again in the Shenandoah, and you just never know with this trail when you might see them. But I just have to be true to myself, and if I feel like something is cropping up, I want to get on top of it before it blows into a big problem. So that's the latest update. I've stayed 3 nights in a row at a hostel now. Just happened to be how the hostels were situated here, and the timing was right for them. Last night, the main reason just being that I needed to get water in order to camp, and they were there, and it ended up being a great place to stay for dinner. So I'm really happy about that. Excuse me. Otherwise, I'm feeling good. My spirits are high. I'm engaged in doing the hike. I just have to listen to my body, and I just feel like it's telling me that I need to take a step back for a bit. So that is probably what I'm going to end up doing. And if there happens to not be any place available here tomorrow, I may even look elsewhere. So I guess I'm kind of talking myself into it as I'm recording this to you. So we'll see if I stick with it overnight. I am gonna hold that thought and sleep on it, and then make a final decision in the morning. Okay, everyone. Good night.